We welcome back all of our viewers to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's Packer football as we get back into the action in the first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. From the 36, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Open man once again. It's Thielen. Touchdown. Adam Thielen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. With these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Play fake, Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return is Peterson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Packers. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Cook. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. There's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On first down, it's Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Cook running right. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Rodgers. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you're guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, Kudos to the guys up front indeed. Flush to his right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Now Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 7 yards, the pickup there. This one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's in his zone. 2nd quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
On play action, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on second and 14. Rodgers, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. A dump off now to Hill. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Jameis Winston, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Rolling to his right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Cousins on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Touchdown. Adam Thielen from 13 yards out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. And I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this one to Hill. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, this is Dillon. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 39, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Hill again on second down. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They hand off to their big tight end. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
You don't want none. You don't want none.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go with Hill here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Cousins. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins, and he fires one incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action now. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rodgers now on first down. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Rodgers going to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. My goodness, 225 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Underneath here to Hill. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. One final try now for Rodgers. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.